there, partner.
Lo and behold, he doesn't pick it up.
Like, out of respect for myself, I'm not gonna drink this shit.
Threw me into a dish. She's like, Mickey Mouse.
Just let the Nile fly, man.
What's the Jesus one? Last Supper style?
What up?
Jimmy Riley.
Josh Landers, what's good? What you wearing? What's this button
I'm fresh
down?
off work, baby. A little 1950s style here. Rolled the sleeves up.
I was gonna say,
To be honest, though, I was just getting my morning coffee this morning, and one of my coworkers came up to me and said, "Let's roll this sleeve up here." So they rolled the sleeve up for me, Jim.
That's a bold move on a short sleeve. Was it a long sleeve or is it?
Oh, it's a short sleeve.
Yeah, bold
but
move.
It looks like it's designed for it. If you can see here, it's got the little blue here. You see the vibe.
I see.
You know what's
I
going
see. It just looks like it should come with a pack of cigarettes tucked in it. You know.
Well, now that's what I'm talking about. Some school ties energy, if you know.
I don't know school ties.
Wow, one of my favorite movies of all time. Definitely worth a look at.
Better than The Outsiders?
Never seen The Outsiders.
Wow. Okay. See,
this
is
is
we both got homework. That's Pony Boy, and that's what?
What was the other famous quote from that? It was like, "Hey, Victor."
No, that's Smoke Signals. That's another good one though.
Oh dang.
Smoke Signals is about the whatchamacallit, I think I fuck it, doesn't even matter. But that's the one that's like, me and my dad went to Denny's and got a Grand Slam breakfast. It's so good. Yeah, those movies we watched in school, timeless. I know you guys watched Roots. You were a Mitrovich person, right? Or were you a Berg?
Mitrovich, yeah, we watched Roots.
Yeah. And so we
watched Dead Poet Society. No, go ahead.
No, it's just hilarious, the different movies. Like, we got The Patriot was what we indulged in with Mr. Berg, and then it turns out...
Is that Mel Gibson?
Yeah, exactly. Turns out Mel Gibson's like the worst person ever, supposedly.
Oh yeah,
just a couple bad voicemails to his ex-wife.
I've heard that. I've heard from many elder Jews who don't like Mel Gibson.
Exactly, it's just
it's a thing.
Exactly,
it's
but Joe Berg, who was like the most outspoken about his Jewish pride as it gets, was showing us Mel Gibson movies, and it's just like didn't age well for old Joe.
God, what a blast from the past!
Blast. He had some crazy stories. He was a Willow Glen guy through and through, middle school, high school.
He was a Markham guy.
Yeah. But you'd always bring him up. I'm like, dude, you're the worst. But he had some crazy, like, he crashed a car before a football game. Like, he borrowed his friend's car right before a football game to run home and get something. Like, he's playing in the game, and this is like 30 minutes to game time. And so he's like driving hella fast and skirts it, rolls the car, like got fucked up, like never made it to the game, and everyone's like, "Where's Joe?" But legend, shout out Joe Berg. Shut up. What have you been up to? You've just been clearing people, snapping necks, cashing checks.
Gary V came by. I cleared Gary V.
Shut up.
I didn't actually clear Gary V, but I saw him on the phone. He was taking a phone call outside.
Wow. Okay.
Honestly, sitting right in the bench where the most people can see him while he's on that phone call. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right where everyone has to walk past him. But he's still big leaguing. Like, he's probably on a conference call with like 500 people giving a speech talking about how we should work less and be happy as he's fucking grinding in the fucking airport in between flights. But yeah, not my first run-in with Gary V, as you know, Jim.
Yeah, okay, let's get into this. But first, is Gary still do you still hold him in high regards or not? Not as high as once?
No, I mean, of course, like, he's such a legit entrepreneur and investor.
Right.
Like, for sure, he has like he's like the modern day Madman, you know?
Yeah.
Like the show Mad Men, you know, Madison Avenue doing like advertising for all that shit. He still turned his dad's wine business into what the fuck it was. 5 million to like 65 million and like, you know?
Yeah.
Whatever.
Sometimes I see him and his energy is just so, it seems so fake of him like oh, let's go all the time. I'm like, dude, there's got to be an off switch sometime.
Yeah. No, I'm definitely off of like his content for sure. I used to consume the vlogs and shit like that, pods, all that different shit. He had a good little thing going, but now he's more on like, I don't know. He's lost me a little bit. He's doing something else.
Yeah.
And I can see because I had a friend, shout out Five, I'll just leave it at that, told me like he doesn't fuck with Gary Vee because he feels like Gary Vee just talks to like the young audience. Like he feels like he just tells young kids like, yeah, like all you gotta do is like start a YouTube. Just like who cares if no one watches? Just like do it. Yada yada
Right.
yada yada. But that was cool. And do you know OGZ from Shoreline Mafia?
I don't know.
Did I already spell that
Shoreline
on the pod?
Mafia or OG. No, you didn't. I don't know either of them.
No, you might have heard the song where it's like musty, musty. I don't know.
Our song catalogs are much different.
Oh, I know. They're like borderline not even on mine, but you'll like hear them when you're out and about and stuff like that. But yeah, Bodyguard, Manager, and OGZ, the rapper.
Oh wow, all of them. And are they clear?
And they were
well?
all like, it was such like entourage. A little forecasting for later in the episode here, but it reminded me kind of like Entourage, where they were just like boys, they were chit chatting, that type of shit. So
that's pretty funny. And also Gary taking the call in public, just trying to get people to see him working is the worst, you know.
It was such a meta moment. Yeah, it's just like, so Gary Vee. Like squeezing in every last fucking minute of phone call he could get and being in the most strategic place to get seen by the most people. Unbelievable. But yeah.
But how's work going other than that? You still Amexing people up the ass saying, hey, it's free, baby.
Still Amexing people tough, man. Grinding it out. I got awesome fucking coworkers. We so kind of have a couple like older Hispanic like aunties, older like Nigerian auntie Violet, like just very much like Jesus lovers and very much like loud and proud Jesus lovers type deal. And so like it's been kind of fun. There were some fun moments I've had just being like, no, like I get like, you know, what you believe, but I'm like, why do you believe it? You know, and like doing that, doing
making
that
them think.
Like, Jim, let me ask you this.
Okay.
Like, is that uncool? Like someone has a belief, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, are some things off limits to ask questions or to push back on, and just because no matter what you believe, like, you know, then you should be able to explain it, right? It shouldn't be something where you have to have hands off, you know?
Right. And two things with that. I think
if you don't start the convo is the main thing.
Exactly.
Like if they bring it up and they're right, go ahead.
If exactly, that's one. If the religion or politics is on the table, then that's one thing. And I feel like it depends. You got to read the person on asking why, right? You can't just be whying them to death. Because sometimes I feel like with politics you can do that more so, but with religion people are touchy because they don't know why. It just makes them feel good. You know what I mean? And that's a lot of the time sounds stupid to say, and so they try to fish for other reasons and in turn sound dumber. I don't know. But no, I think that's a sketchy one to have at work. I would definitely.
Yeah, exactly. Like the manager was like, all right, guys, chill out. But we were all having a lot of fun with it. Like it was no temperature was really rising on that. But my whole thing is, you know, if you believe in God or you believe in Jesus and it does good in your life, then who's to say it's not real, right?
For sure.
So if that's actually like practically, tangibly real, if you believe it and then it works for you and helps you get off drugs or helps you, you know, change your life direction or live like a good person, then that shit is real.
Is real.
But my whole point with her, are you trying to get me off the subject?
No, I don't give a shit. No.
Is it a little?
No, I don't care.
My whole thing with her was that I know that there's things in this life that I cannot control, and there's things in this life that I cannot explain. And for those things, you could call that God. That's what I call God.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
And so for her, it's different because she actually has the answer for the things that she cannot control or explain. And that answer is this book that she's,
Is she reading The Secret? Tell me she's reading The Secret. Or are you talking about the book, the Bible?
I'm talking about the good news, brother.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the gospel.
Yes, of course. Well, my thing too is I've seen so many of like the most religious people I know be some of the biggest scumbags I've ever met. You know what I mean? Like it's crazy to see. Like as soon as you're like one-on-one with them, they just start like talking mad shit, and it's like I'm all for you. I mean, like talking shit's fun. Like I join. I don't give a shit. Like I don't claim to be some holier than thou, but like some people do, and then you're like, hey, you're just one of us too. You're not.
Yeah.
I don't know. So that's where I kind of trip up. It's also weird going to, because I went to Catholic school for kindergarten through 5th grade, and so it's like you're kind of not forced into it, but like you're just around it all the time, and so it's like I don't know. I can see where you would get brainwashed. That's why going to public school, making the switch to public school, pretty nice. It's a nice reality check while you're still young enough. Right. Yeah, I don't know. That's a tough one. I definitely will. I guess you're different than me. I don't make friends at work. Like everyone tries to get me to talk, and I'm very not giving you anything. You know what I mean? It's just never been my style. So I never find myself like last team I was with. They're always like, let's team lunch, like outside of.
No.
Well, that's what I mean.
So I draw the line at like while I'm at work, I'm gonna be who I am. I try to be as awesome of a person as I can be.
Right.
I try to be good to those around me. Make sure anyone who needs anything gets what they need or has someone there or whatever. And yeah, I'll talk with you.
But outside of work, yes.
I'm not going to hang out and do karaoke night with people from work. Are you kidding me?
Okay, so
are you kidding me?
They like would.
I'll do poker night with the boys if you're in a really good work situation.
Exactly.
That's setting, and I've done that. That's a little different.
A little bit different, yeah. But when you're with a bunch of squares and you're just, and I'm this kind of the same way where I just like, if it's really a bad situation, I'll try to make friends with 1 or 2 people and just you skate by. But yeah, I'm not like they would start putting it on my like calendars, like hang out after work on Friday. I'm like, I am going straight home. What in the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
But just crazy. Speaking of though, work, your boy's off the market.
You got it?
Got a job.
What's the word? What you doing?
I don't know if it's official. Okay.
Wait. Before you go, should I try and guess what you're doing?
No. It's dumb. It's the same line of work I was in. But I talked to this person, so she calls Friday with like a job offer, and of course I wake up out of a nap just having gone to the dentist, or maybe Thursday, I forget, whatever. But I just gone to the dentist, so I'm numb on my right side. That's another, we got to bring up the dentist, motherfucker. So she calls, and I'm like waking up out of a nap with a numb face. So I'm just like probably sound drunk as fuck. Yeah. And like I missed the first call, and I call back, doesn't answer. I'm like, oh shit. Like, and so I send her a text. I don't know if that's good protocol, but the number she gave me popped up blue. So I was like, it's definitely a cell phone. Yeah. We're good. Send the text, and then I was like, hey, just call me back whenever, blah, blah, blah. Let her know I went to the dentist. I am indeed not drunk. Then she offers the job, which is sick, but then she's like, I'll send you the paperwork as soon as possible, yada, yada, yada. Haven't seen any paperwork.
Oh, so follow-up, right?
That's what I mean. That's what I was going to ask. How long do you wait until you send a follow-up? So it was Thursday evening, Thursday at like 5, Monday's a holiday.
Oh, and we're already a week. We're a week?
A little less than a week. Tomorrow
like
will be a week.
Days?
Yeah. Tomorrow, late tomorrow.
Oh, I would have said 48 hours.
40.
If not 24 hours.
But then Monday, the reason I didn't, because Monday was a holiday, and then you're getting caught up. And that's the other thing. It's facilities management. So it's like you're catching, every time there's a long weekend, you're catching up on just problems and problems. So yeah.
Now-ish.
Yeah, exactly. So tomorrow morning, probably the right call.
Oh, yeah. That's why I said ish. Maybe a morning call. Yeah. Get it to the top of that inbox early.
Yeah, exactly. Top of the chain. Yeah, I don't know. I went and I was applying everywhere and just ended up same line of work, different company, but sucks, but it's what I guess a job. I don't know.
That's how we do, man. The job is a job is a job.
Yeah, but I'm starting to get tired of a job being a job being a job. I need to go do something. I'm fucking just burnt.
Let's go coach, man. Let's go coach.
That's like not a job though.
I wish it was though.
Right?
Hey, those that can't do
Teach.
And those that can't teach
gym. Yes, that is correct. I watched School of Rock the other day. Dude, I watch that so often. Even if it's just for 30 minutes, I turn it on. All timer.
Timeless. All timer. Yep.
Nice. Well, what's been going on in the life day, Josh? Anything new?
Dude, I've been grinding my butt off lately.
Yeah,
working on 6 days in a row right now. Yeah.
And now
so I picked up a shift on my Sunday and on my Saturday.
Oh,
if that makes sense.
Yeah, what days are
of my week. So
what days are your weekend technically?
Like it's a mixed bag, but like Wednesday, Thursday.
Okay. And now, different question about the job. I was applying for another job and it required me to be on call every weekend.
Mm-hmm.
How much more would you have to get paid in order to like, you're working your 5 days regardless, and then you have to be on call 24/7 during the weekends?
No, I mean, come on. 6 figs, right?
That's dude.
Come on.
Yeah. Okay. And so I was talking to these people.
You want me to work 7 days a week? That's what you want? You want me to block off my whole schedule the whole year?
Well, and that's the thing.
That's literally what they want.
They're like, it doesn't usually, like, nothing usually happens, and they kind of sounded suspect when they were saying it. I was like, yeah, fucking right.
You could pay me for my on-call time, and if you need me, like...
That would be ridiculous. Well, that's the thing. I think it was salary, and so they're like, well, this is what you're getting, so that's part of the job.
And what are we given?
Not enough. Not nearly enough.
Not enough.
But that's the one I interviewed right before the waste management, and then the guy was like emailing me during the waste management. It's like, Christ Almighty, dude! Like, give it a break.
Send him a selfie at 16 and say, "Suck."
That shit was a nightmare. But yeah,
you got to tell me about waste management, brother.
Yeah, we talked about it a little bit last pod, so I don't want to bore the listeners, but I'll just say it was a muddy ass mess. We watched about 10 golf swings the whole day. They were catching up on the day before's round. It was crazy. I saw Wessels and Shore there. That was awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it was just I would
singular Shore, not to get hung up there.
What?
You see one shore, or you saw 2 shores?
Oh, dude, I mean, not to throw her under the bus, throw myself under the bus. No, I see Drew. I see him like walking. I missed Andrew because the crowds are just crazy, and so like I see Drew, and like I cut across like 10 people, just the asshole in the crowd that's literally making everyone like come to a halt because I'm just cutting across. I was like, I don't care, and I'm like, and I just go up and like slap him in the chest, and he like turns around like not pissed, but like what the fuck, like 'cause he wasn't expecting it. It's like Drew's like, what the fuck? He's like, let's find Andrew. I was like, yes, this is. It literally brought me back to Shoreline when you're like lost in the lawn and you just find someone, not even the group you came with, but you're like, it's somebody, I'm holding on. And so we go find Shore and Shores plural. Mm-hmm. And I'm talking to Andrew and whatever, and Sarah's behind, and I'm like, oh, hey, like, how's it going? Give her a hug, and she's like, you are, and I'm like, damn, that's cool. I was like, I know we weren't close, but I was like, it's Jimmy. And she's like, oh my God, you've changed so much. I was like, if there's one person.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to say, it's because you've grown and you got more handsome.
No, if there's one person that's not changed, it's definitely me. But I mean, I just thought it was funny. I was like,
I don't know, Jim. You used to rock the flow for a while there.
Oh my.
She might have been thinking about you with the flow.
Yeah, probably not. Probably just forgot I even existed, but that's fine. Nah, she's hilarious. That whole Shore family. I'm a big fan of Katie, older sister, probably my favorite older sibling out of any of our friends. I take that back. Andy Toscano.
Whoa.
Yeah, there's a lot that I forgot.
Yeah,
about. There's a bunch. But she's one that's up there. It was like always like, need a ride home. What do you need? What do you guys need? It was like the best. But
That's
Yeah.
how it should be. You got to look out for the little siblings and their homies. You know, I never had any, but
Yeah, I mean, neither did I. My sister, I would like pick them up every now and again, but like sometimes you just gotta let them fly. You know, say you're on your own.
they're
Fuck
peacock.
it.
Fly. Yeah.
Exactly. 2024 is here in full swing, and that means it is time for a New Year's resolution check-in with our friends at Manscaped. Newsflash, it's never too late to level up your grooming game and keep your bush tamed. Manscaped's new Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra is every man's cheat code to look good, feel good, and turn the page on confidence this year. Whether you're going for a trim or a clean shaven look, this trimmer has you covered. Trusted by over 10 million men worldwide. Now is your time to get a grip on your grooming with our exclusive offer. Go to manscaped.com and use code Trough for 20% off plus free shipping. The ball has dropped, but don't drop the ball on your balls.
Yeah. Speaking of dropping the ball, how are those New Year's resolutions coming this year, Jim? Still hanging in there. You're still doing jiu-jitsu.
Doing jiu-jitsu, still manscaping, looking good as ever.
Well, there you go. Well, we're introducing the MVP of 2024. That's right. Early call this year. Manscaped's 5th generation lawnmower. It's not just a trimmer. It's your grooming sidekick. Equipped with 2 skin-safe blade heads, a standard one for taking a little up top, and a new foil blade to go smooth wherever your heart desires. It's like having a personal stylist at your fingertips, or, well, wherever you need it. You know what I'm saying? And did we mention it's waterproof? Because a trim in the shower is the only way to start the day. And for my men, or just men in general, who want full grooming experience, look no further than Manscaped's Performance Package 5.0. In this grooming kit, you'll get the trusted lawnmower, Manscaped's ear and nose trimmer, and essential aftercare products like the Crop Soother, Ball Aftershave Lotion, and the Crop Preserver Anti-Chafing Ball Deodorant. Yeah, it's deodorant for your balls. Bet you didn't think you needed that. You do. As a gesture for the new year, they even threw in 2 free gifts, the Boxers 2.0 and the Shed 2.0 toiletry bag, because they know good and well you're still rocking your Boxers from high school. Let's face it, resolutions might come and go, but a well-groomed you is here to say thanks to Manscaped.
Well done. And honestly, that Ball Aftershave Lotion, I stupidly saw it at Target, ran out, threw it in my cart, and didn't purchase it online. So I'm on my own worst enemy, but it is great, phenomenal, a need to have. And with that, get 20% off and free shipping with code TROUGH, TROUGH, at manscaped.com. Embrace a new you, and definitely embrace a new trimmer courtesy of Manscaped. Manscaped. But what else? Oh, All-Star Game. Did you watch any of the All-Star Game? Are you in pain?
No, I
what
just
are we
caught
doing?
some of the highlights. Dude, I kind of caught a hangnail here.
Ew.
You seeing what I'm doing here?
I see you're in pain.
Sorry, I didn't see that. It's okay. I'm just gonna let it hang for a sec.
I like that.
But All-Star Game is whack. Just make it MLB style, right?
Well,
Easy
MLB
fix.
did away with that too.
So bring it back in the NBA.
Yeah. Do you think that's the easiest fix to do? So that's home court advantage to whichever conference wins the.
It's one game.
Right.
That is hypothetical. It might not even happen. And if you think about it, like if you have the best record in the league in the East and you beat someone in the West by 2 games for your record, you know, who's playing in a better conference, you would think that they should be able to kind of have that advantage there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no,
So
definitely.
if one conference is way better, like the West has always been better, then there you go.
Well, I was also going to say, do you go with no conferences? There's another solution. No conferences. You get all-stars, and then you can do it like the NHL has been, where they have 2 captains, whoever. And that's the other thing. It's a fan vote, which sucks. That needs to go away.
Well, the NBA does do no conferences, I thought. Am I tripping?
No. I mean, for as far as East and West, like go abolish everything and then seed the playoffs 1 through 16, as opposed to the 1 through 8 on the East, 1 through 8 on the West, East West.
Gotcha.
Just go full. No one's anything. That's That's so dumb. The players should be voting on the All-Stars. That's one thing I think needs to change immediately.
What about politics, though?
That's fine. That's part of being an all-star. It's part of being a star.
Okay.
You know
Earning
what I
that
mean?
respect where you can't be left off.
Yeah. I mean, I think that
There are
goes to
certain guys on there where you're like, what the fuck is going on here, huh?
dude, and people are
I didn't
trying
even pay attention.
yeah. No, it's the last 3-4 years I haven't watched that. I haven't watched a dunk competition. But speaking of Max McClung, dude, how do you feel about him getting brought up to do a dunk competition and getting banished right back to the G League?
This isn't the first time it's happened either. Right?
It happened last year.
I think he's done this before. This is like his specialty. How about someone gets him a 10-day contract in the league, or like a 1-year contract?
Well, he's in the G League. That's what I mean. So he's in the league technically, but no one wants to. I mean, he's an undersized white guy that jumps out the gym. So it's like.
But he played for Georgetown, man. He played for Patrick Ewing.
Chewing. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. That's a tough
when he
sell.
Jumped over the car. No, what dunk did he even do? Was it sick? I honestly didn't see anything from All-Star Weekend besides fucking Dame's deep threes. That's it.
How about Sabrina going toe-to-toe with Steph? Did you see that?
But Steph got her, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, beat her by 2, but from the men's 3-point line, women's ball, of course.
Of course.
But still, I mean, that's pretty impressive. And Jay Williams would refuse to say she's great. It was so funny. There's a video of him just beating around the bush, like could not say it. And it was like, who cares? Just say it. Just say it.
Right.
But hilarious. Yeah, I mean, I hate to say women's basketball's on the rise, but I've been seeing a lot more good women's basketball lately, which is...
I heard it's been getting big numbers, big ratings.
That's probably not... Exactly. I was going to say, there's like 1 or 2 that are like a draw, but yeah, I'm still not watching it if it's on TV. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, and I still don't understand how some people don't understand why people don't want to watch it,
Yeah, I mean... Are we joking with ourselves if we said that it would be better if they played on 8-foot rims?
Well, I heard that one. I did hear that one, which is kind of sick
9.
for the... It could be sick just for the WNBA.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like every park around America's got 10-foot hoops. We're gonna make new hoops for the 8,
No,
but
we're just excluding them. But
now we got dunk hoops at every court in America.
Wow, I didn't even think about that.
Is this actually the theory that we need?
To get, it's a psyop to get dunk hoops in.
Down for the girls so we could play dunk hoops, dude, and put a court in at every park in America.
That would be, dude. That's a NBA player. We got to get them on board with that and just say fuck it. Put your money to this. Bring dunk hoops back. Yeah, dude. There's a league. I don't know where it was. I was watching it. It was like on Twitter or something like that. And there's like an actual league of dunk hoops, and there's guys like jamming, and it's fucking like old white guys, and it's the best thing ever.
That is so fucking sick. Right here at the PB Rec Center, they have little kids playing there, and they lower the rims, so I know that the rims are adjustable.
Are capable, yeah.
I'm about to ask them how much it costs to rent it out. We'll play dunk hoops full court.
They would say you can't. They would say no. I guarantee.
They say no dunking, maybe.
Yeah, but I'm not a rule breaker. I'm not a
just
rule
a rim breaker.
Yay, call me Shaq.
Hey, you know what rules mean, right, Jim?
No.
They mean don't get caught doing this.
Don't get caught. I've never been a rule breaker. Worst take. That's not me. Not my style, Chief. When we were driving back in the day, I would not go anywhere until everyone was buckled up in the car, and inevitably there would always be some jackass that would fake buckle.
You never statute of limitations, but you never drove anyone when you had your permit. No one ever rode in the car with you.
Not when I had my permit, no. My license for not a year.
Or what's the deal? Like first year of a license?
Right? Yeah, that's probably. And I didn't have insurance. I was just cruising.
We're all rule breakers, man. But you know what the rule is? Don't get caught.
That's fair.
For certain things.
Certain things. Yeah, I don't know.
Like I'm not allowed to take tips at my job. If someone tried handing me a 20, am I supposed to?
You can't take it.
Can't take it, right?
Damn, that's like the easiest way to get fired too, especially because there's cameras literally in every square inch of the airport. It's like, just bring that up. Thank you.
Yep. All right. Sorry, guys. Hopefully it's not a federal crime. Yeah, no. I said no.
Oh, did it actually happen? Someone actually tried to? Damn. That's too bad. Yeah, that's at Google. People would try and steal shit, and there's literally cameras covering every square inch. And so it would we would get shit incoming being like, hey, can you check and see if blah 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 was stolen, and they give it like the last location, and then it would just security would be like 5 minutes later like, yep, this person has it, and I'm like, this is, now you're getting fired. It's just ridiculous. But yeah, I don't know. So are you a morning person now after all this work?
Yeah, I think in general I'm a morning person. I mean, I could get into some times when I'm sleeping in if I don't have to be up type deal, but I tend to have more energy earlier in the day.
Ooh, I like
in the
that.
Morning.
Pretending.
Yeah.
And are you like waking up early on like the weekends?
I meant to say tend to. I meant to say I tend to have more energy.
Pretending to. That's, hey, Freudian slip.
I'm a coffee guy now too. Are you drinking coffee right now?
No, water. Nice. That's just what I use to slam water. Yeah, coffee's key, dude. It gets you going before the sun. Having a nice cup of coffee, there's literally nothing like it.
Nothing like it, Jim. So I've been doing that.
That's nice though. As a fellow morning person, I mean, welcome to the club. I can't say you've always been a morning person. There's been times where.
You don't think so? No.
Absolutely not. What the fuck?
I mean, I had to get up early for school my whole life.
No. You weren't thriving until second period. This is facts.
Okay.
First period was shut off mode. But
classic.
Yeah, classic is right. Oh, dude, I had a good, not even a road rage, but a road incident this past weekend. So going over to Matty T's for, I forget what we were doing. Oh, we were going to the Sharks game, I think. And so I'm on an expressway in this car. Literally, we're like driving right next to each other. He's in a Tesla, just turns into my lane, and like, car on the other side, so I have like no out, and so like I'm just like inching over, and then like he finally sees me and like swerves back over and like regains control, and I'm like, what the fuck? And so of course he like is now not gonna get over because he's fucking an idiot. And so I'm giving him this with my knee drive and giving him the two hands up, like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, this has got to be a joke. Literally, like, fuck you. Like, and then I start giving him the bird. And then, so that's at the light at Foxworthy. So we get up to like the next set of lights, and his girlfriend, I look at him again, and his girlfriend starts like blowing kisses. And I'm like, oh my God, I should kill you right now. No, I'm not grabbing him. I'm like, I should absolutely fucking kill you and your girlfriend. I should make your girlfriend watch me kill you right now is what I was thinking. And so I'm like, fuck this. So I slow down off the light, and I just get behind him. Let's just see where this takes us.
Turn your brights on, Jim?
Absolutely. Brights are on. I'm just trying to see what's in the car. See if there's anything I can exploit here.
Take the siren, put it on top.
I'm like, and dude, my car kind of does look like an old Crown Vic. The lights on it are bad. Yeah, I can see people hitting the brakes when I get behind them all the time. So I'm like, but they know I'm not a cop. They've got beside me, whatever. But I'm like, oh God. And then like I see the girl in the passenger seat like keep looking over the shoulder like at me, trying to like see what the fuck's going on. And I'm just sitting there staring at him. And I'm like, let's go. And so I keep following him. And like at this point I feel bad. I'm going to Matt's house. I've missed my turn to go to his house at this point. Like I'm like, fuck it. I don't care. Like let's go.
This is not great. Yeah.
And so they get on the on-ramp to get onto 87, the freeway right there off Hammond Expressway. So I'm like, fuck it. Like it's a no U-turn. I'll just hop on the freeway and see where this takes us. So I hop on the freeway, and like it's a Tesla. They try and take off, and like Sharks game, but it's still a little bit early. There's some traffic. And so like I had my eye on him, and I get around and I get right back behind him, like, oh yes, like let's go. And then as soon as there was a turn off, I just turned off and fucking left. And I was like, I hope that rattled their cage at least for a little bit.
Oh, it sounds like it rattled their cage. Sound like they had 911 on speed dial, almost ready to go there.
I hope, but it would have been done over and
like
done
the
with.
Russell Crowe movie.
What?
Like the Russell Crowe movie.
Which one's that?
If you know, you know. I don't know what it's called.
I don't know. But yeah, I was like, fuck. I felt kind of bad because I was like, the guy, honest mistake, try to switch lanes, but you gotta let me flip you off. You gotta just wear it. You can't. You fucked up.
Don't blow me kisses.
Exactly.
It's my turn to flip you off. You're getting there.
Oh boy, was I pissed. And then I walked into Maddie's house, just fucking not steaming, but I was like, ready to go. Like, god damn it.
Is there a car with worse drivers than Teslas? What car is notorious for just being the fucking worst on the road?
Teslas right now. I would say before Teslas, it was
probably lowered Honda Accords.
Not even them, because like I feel like at least with those guys are trying to they're at least going somewhere. You know what I mean? Like it's annoying for like a half second, but like the Tesla drivers, they just fuck with you forever. They pace you. They don't let you get over. It's
because don't they have an auto brake system going on in the Teslas?
Yeah, and I honestly think that's what happened with
I don't think most people know that that's a thing though.
Yeah, but I also hate the brake regeneration. So like when you're braking, like you take your foot off the gas, it automatically slows the car down like an like a go-kart. And so it's like the brake lights don't come on. And so like that's also very fucking annoying. So it's like they're slowing down a shit ton, but there's no indication they're slowing down.
It feels dangerous, but I totally am for cars driving themselves. I don't know how we drive our own cars as humans. I think it's not.
I've always thought about that. Like how much trust you have to have in every single person.
Dude, I can't believe I can't believe some people still drive, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I think a Waymo car in San Francisco just killed someone not too long ago. I'm not sure if that's true, but I think that's what happened. Like San Francisco's trying to get them banned from the city. Those are the self-driving cars. They're like, fuck that. Like, not worth it. But if you look at the numbers, oops. No, but if you look at the numbers, I feel like they are way lower for self-driving. You know what I mean? The accidents, everything seems to be, but who knows? Especially if they could talk to each other. But what happens when old big government says, Josh, we don't like what you've been doing. Let's shut down your car. Then what do you do?
I hope Elon fights the power, man.
What if Elon is the power, man?
Right. Well, that's why I don't have a Tesla. But hey, he can't do that, right? And don't they have gas too?
Teslas?
Do they?
No, Tesla's pure electric. There's some hybrids. That's honestly, I feel like that's the way to go. The hybrids, because it takes electricity for like your pickup. You know what I mean? Your pick me up to start, and then you can run on gas after that. But yeah, I don't know. It's always sketchy. And then it's like California's grid, just they're asking us to not use power on certain days during the summer. It's like, where does it end?
Well, yeah, and they all have those batteries, right? The neon, electron, or whatever the fuck you call those batteries.
Yeah, I don't
lithium, or whatever.
ions.
The cobalt or whatever coming from the cobalt mines. You have to replace that like every 15 years.
Oh, is that right? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know it well enough. I just know that an old gas car that you keep oiled up is nice.
I can see a truck in my future sometime.
I like that. Were we talking about that? Someone else was telling me they want a truck, and I was like, "That's all on you," because I don't have to no longer have to be the one helping people move. Yeah, it's a mess. Boog moved out, by the way. He got help from old Saint Nick. Nick Franza.
Well, dude, that's actually I was just thinking about that. So you didn't help him out?
No, I didn't. I was doing literally interviews.
Who's Saint Nick?
Nick Franza. It's one of our dad's friends. He's our friend, Boog's friend mainly, but yeah.
Gotcha.
Speaking of the what?
Reno, our boy Derek Sorensen
opened up
a sports bar, Dubs, in Reno later in March actually.
Ooh.
like last weekend of March. You'd be interested in going for the grand opening or not?
I'd have to see where. Well, honestly, it depends on work. What the fuck? If work's completely shit, that would suck. But yeah, I mean that would be fun. Now, do you feel any?
A little trademark infringement? Is that where you're going?
Yeah, I mean just a little bit. I know it's lost in
I
the
just feel like it's the
dubs.
shout out of all shout outs. I feel like I have a bar in Reno. You know what I mean?
Yes, it's exactly what I wanted you to say. I'm clipping that.
It's exactly, dude. Is the bar named after
the brand?
No,
That's what one would ask.
No.
I mean, I know
the boys. That's where it all started.
No, and
that's the most important thing. But
Dub G's been around forever too. People always call it Dub G, and I get why he did. But it's just funny to see that, or it's funny to say that he copied you. That's just what it is. Call a spade a spade. He swacked me all through middle school. It's just once a swacker, always a
going
swacker.
on. But like when you get swacked, it's no shame on the swacky.
It's
no shame on the swacky. That swacky's got extra sauce to give. That's what that means.
Exactly.
It was a gift.
Dude, I will never forget him showing up in Air Force One's, logo ripped off the JanSport and a shaved head, and me being like, what the fuck? Highest form of compliment. Love D-Lee. To this day, love D-Lee. Yeah. Just hilarious, though.
Shout out. I do want to be there for the grand opening, and I do kind of want to go bartend there full time.
I think you should. I think that'd be fun. I'll bounce. That'd be fun. Bartender / bouncer. Yeah, he's been having some comics there. There's one guy.
It's a good thing going on up there.
Yeah, for sure. There's one guy that I got to tell him to have on. My boy Luke Demas. He's the goat. Started comedy at like 16. Would have his mom drop him off, and she had to like.
Is he fat?
No, he's like a blonde Norwegian looking motherfucker. But legend. He was like 18 while I think I was there. And so I think you had to be 21 to get stuff from the old dispensary. And so he would be like, hey, next time you go, you mind pick me up a little something?
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha, bud. But yeah, I mean, shout out D-Lee. That's sick. Him and Tristan doing it.
Yeah, doing the dang thing. So shout out Dad. Yeah. Sports betting bar, kind of good concept.
Is that what it's supposed to be? I didn't know that.
I think that's just a little feng shui, a little extra sauce that I'm adding to it. But I think it's a sports bar, I think.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, it's in a legal.
And I think it's like getting
state.
Dubs is like either your team's getting dubs or you're getting dubs sports betting wise. So who knows?
Yeah, I mean that would be sick though. Like if they got like a fucking 3-foot long TV and just had all the lines on it, like they do at William Hill, just fucking bang it out. I wonder how that.
Yo.
What?
You know what I'm saying? Let's go work at Dubs, Jim.
Nah, like I said, I love D-Lee to death. Other jobs too. I could not work for him. Love him to death. Couldn't work for him. Yeah. But let's move on. Let's talk about the dentist, dude. My dentist would be fucking. Okay. I mean, maybe I'm fucking myself. I just had 5 Toll House cookies prior to this podcast. I mean, that's just slight work. Gonna have probably 2 more if they're still there when we're done. But I haven't gone to.
Are we talking baked or just dough?
Baked. I would have if we got a dough Nazi in the house. You can't be eating raw cookie dough. It's just ridiculous. My father can't be.
Oh, he won't be.
No, and it's like if the package is open, then he refuses to use it, and then it's just like it's not how it works. It's a crazy life I have to live. But anyway, so I go to the dentist, and I haven't been in like 2.5 years, but my insurance was running out, so it's like fucking smoke it if you got it. Got to use it. Might as well get a checkup. So
it's like cost,
yeah. And I go in. He's like, you got 1 cavity in the back, and like whatever, like come back next week. So I go back, and he's like, does all this work, and it fucking, dude, the dentist sucks. Like I don't hate it. Like I just sit there, get the work done. But for the next 3 days, I mean, not even 3 days. It's been almost a week now. My jaw, like my bite, is different than it was going in, and so all my other teeth hurt because they're not usually touching. Does that make sense? Like different teeth are touching each other when like I bite down now, and so it's like fucking my whole mouth. It's crazy. And like this man was so confident going in. He's like, oh my God. He's like, I didn't know I'd do this first try. He's like, usually takes me a try or two on these back ones. He's like, that is dang near perfect. And I'm like, are you so I'm going back tomorrow to fucking see what's up. It's been a nightmare though.
That's ridiculous. I hate when there's something going on in your mouth and it's just uncomfortable.
Well, and that's like nothing was hurting before too. You know what I mean? Like it was like something that could have waited, but it was like fuck it. Like you got the money, might as well take care of it. And I walked out hurting way more than I was. But
do no harm. First rule, Hippocratic Oath.
What's up?
The Hippocratic Oath that doctors take. Dentists are doctors, right? Do no harm, right? Isn't that what that's?
Yeah.
Am I mixing two things here?
Yeah. No, you're right. I think they're.
Someone page a Toscano stat.
My question is, I know dentists are doctors of dentistry. Is that a medical doctor though? Is that an MD? That would be my question.
I don't know. Paging Dr. MD.
Matt Toscano. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, fuck, I mean, the dentist sucks.
Fucking dentist. My dentist will ask me full-on questions while he's, like, deep in my, pause. Like, he'll try and have a whole conversation with me. I'm just like,
Yeah, no, that's like...
Yeah, he wants me to do that to him. Like, what are we doing?
Exactly. But the guy, like I said, overweight too...
I'll just stop answering, and then he'll be like, Josh, you awake? What happens to you? Just like
what do you want me to? Let's have some feel. No, but he was doing the same shit, but like his daughter went to Alabama, and so we're talking Saban, we're talking DeBoer, and so it was like a good conversation, and like it was just like random, but like again, his fingers are working on shit in my mouth and talking like oh yeah, they're fucked. But yeah, I mean. Just shitty. Like I said, again, I'm probably doing it to myself with the Toll House cookies. Give it a little brush before bed, but should have done it right after. But is there a worse profession to be overconfident in? Like, I feel like that one's pretty bad. Yeah, that's definitely, or an anesthesiologist, I guess, just in general.
Uber driver.
I would way rather take overconfident Uber driver than a dentist, because the dentist, that's the worst part. You're numb leaving, you don't feel it, and then 5 hours later you're like, oh my God, he fucked me up.
You don't want your barber to be overconfident.
Have you ever had a fuck up where you just were like, I shouldn't be paying for this at the barbershop?
Like every single haircut I've ever gotten. But good thing we got with Manscaped, because now I do my own haircuts. But I'm thinking about coming up, like I've been cutting it for a while. I'm thinking about getting like a nice professional haircut pretty soon here. I'm a once a year pay for a haircut type of guy now. The rest of the year, just do some self-maintenance. We save balls. We cleanse them.
Love that. Yeah, no, I feel that on the haircuts. They're just so expensive now. It's like you're trying to get me to pay $50 for a haircut every 2 weeks. That's criminal.
Not doing it.
Yeah.
Sorry. I'm going to pay for my flight pass instead. Literally.
There it is. But yeah, no, it's crazy. I did find a spot though that breaks out the straight razor, throws a little hot towel on there at the end. Old school guys, just one guy's literally holding the chair because he can't stand up without leaning on something. I'm like, oh Jesus Christ! But did a hell of a job.
There you go. Jim, let me ask you this question, and it's gonna be crazy. I don't even know the answer. Okay. And you're gonna think you've known the answer your whole life, and you might not know the answer, and you might know the answer. How many Super Bowls did Jerry Rice win?
3.
I think that's the answer.
Let me look.
I thought it was 5. I thought he had 4 with Montana and 1 with Young. And I said that to someone at work, and then they looked it up and said, nah. Definitely not 5, my guy. And I felt dumb. I thought that's why he was the football GOAT.
Yeah, I don't know. Jerry Rice Super Bowl wins. It's giving me all of his stats. I don't want fucking wins. He's won 3. 98, 90, 95.
Huh.
Or 89, my bad, not 98. 89, 90, 95. Yeah, I don't know.
Left on goat. His personal brand versus like his actual like level of greatness compared to like golf, basketball, baseball.
I think the
You know?
other thing that helps his legacy is he was everybody's favorite receiver, whether or not they won. Like he was every good receiver's favorite receiver, and so he was talked about like he never went away. You know what I mean? Like everyone was still giving him flowers. I mean, to this day, it's like guys with Randy Moss. It's
like Barry Bonds. It's just
exactly. It's always chasing the goat.
Fucking Jerry. You know?
Yeah. But yeah. I mean, that's. I was listening to a podcast, and these guys were like talking about like what's the craziest story that like involves an athlete, and some guy was like, oh, Julian Edelman taking Jerry Rice's daughter to prom. Have you heard that story? And Jerry Rice answers the door shirtless and is like intimidating the shit out of Edelman. And it made me think about one of our friends that was hooking up with Ronnie Lott's daughter and had no idea who Ronnie Lott was.
A friend of ours?
More a friend of mine, but yeah, ours. Friend of the program. Gotcha. And he had no idea who Ronnie Lott was, and like he brought it up, and someone was like, you don't know Ronnie Lott, and like they had
the greatest Niner of all time, in my opinion.
Well,
number one Niner,
definitely up there. I mean, chopping off your finger to be able to play in a Super Bowl is a crazy thing to do, and that's what someone told him, and he was like, "What the fuck?" He's like, "I'm never talking to her again." He's like, "That is fucked." I was like, "Yeah, it's probably the right call," but funny.
Did I ask this question to you on the pod yet? Mm-hmm. Would you rather be given $10 million and become illiterate, or stay exactly how you are?
How illiterate? Like, can I function daily? I just can't read and write and stuff?
You have all the knowledge that you've already acquired right now, all your lived experiences in the world, you still know. You didn't forget anything. But you're not going to be able to text, message, you're not going to be able to write, you're not going to be able to read the clock.
But I could say, "Hey Siri, what time is it?"
All day, and you could change the settings on your phone.
I don't think I'd take it. That's a tough one.
I didn't think about how crazy it would be to be illiterate. Not like it's sorry if you are, like, my bad. Right. Like, yeah, read a book, but like read a book, but like.
Well, it takes away all independence. That's another one where it's like you have to rely on someone or something at all times, or else you're.
I mean, imagine like we're talking about like what job you could do, and I was like, you could just be a bartender. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like imagine being like, can you help me fill out this application?
Or you can't even take money. If you can't count, I mean, is that part of being literate?
You can count.
Okay. You could be a barber then.
Yeah, you could probably be a barber or something like that.
Yeah. You could be a construction worker.
But you have $10 million, so like if you play it right.
I see. Yeah, I totally forgot about that part. I was just thinking about being illiterate.
Would you rather be illiterate or lose your right hand?
How am I my age right now, or is this younger?
Yeah.
That's tough. If I was younger.
Right now, you lose your hand. They got a knife. They got the fucking machete right here. And they're like, right hand or ability to read and write?
I think probably right hand.
You'd rather lose your right hand?
I think just because you still have the capacity to be a fucking functioning human with one hand, it would be a challenge to relearn how to do everything left-handed, but it would kind of be fun. If you said left-handed or illiterate, I don't know.
Left-handed.
I'd rather.
Would you rather be left-handed or illiterate? Yeah, probably.
I don't know. That's what you asked. That's a crazy proposition. What would you do? Would you give up the right hand for literacy?
Oh no, I think I'd keep the right hand. Give up the literacy, and I'm definitely taking the 10 mil.
Oh, that's
it's called audiobooks. It's called fucking lawyers.
But you're reliant on something. I mean, but if you got 10 mil, I guess you can just go buy yourself a nice parcel of land and just go live life.
Be a layman. That's all you have to be. That's all it really requires.
But once you get that first taste of spending, it's so nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you a save up money kind of guy?
I think everyone should be saving money. Yeah.
Yeah.
best
I
you
mean, do you think you save more than the average person, or are you about?
I don't know if I save more than the average person, but I think the fact that I have any savings at all means that I
Doing pretty well.
probably yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably yes.
I like that. All right. Well, with that being said, we'll leave that at that. Let's get into our draft for today, and we are doing sitcom characters you'd share a beer with. Is that what we decided on?
Yeah, that you'd want to have a beer with.
Okay. I like
Maybe
it.
you're setting up. Maybe it's like you're setting up a group of guys to have beers all together here, or girls.
Okay. I like this. Okay, now you go first on this one, and let me send you off. Bam.
This one's gonna be legend. Wait for it. Dairy, and it's gonna be Barney from How I Met Your Mother. You know that? You know who I'm talking about?
Yeah, Neil Patrick Harris.
Neil Patrick Harris, always wearing suits.
Yeah, I mean he's the only reason that show. Jason Segel is really good. But I mean Ted is he's the worst. The absolute.
The rest of the characters are just boring and kind of mundane, and he's the one that's electric. He'll be like, we'll end up. I don't know where we'll end up with a beer with him. Could end up anywhere, you know.
That's exactly why he's
Ever
the greatest.
seen Harold and Kumar? Like
yes. But I mean, he broke out the crazy hot scale way back in the day, and I feel like that's now a thing everyone knows, whether it's subconscious or not. You're always breaking it down, and it's just like
that's good chatter.
Exactly. Oh, great. He's the best. And the thing is, you never know what he's pulling. He's always the best wingman, and it's that's a very solid first round pick. I wasn't thinking more that way. I was thinking more.
He's the Victor Wembanyama of who I'd want to have a beer with out of every sitcom character. So
wow. So he's like the worst 7-footer of all time, or what?
Prototype, future of the league,
unicorns. I like that though. NPH, Barney. Now, my list is all over the place. I didn't order it, but I got something working here. I'm gonna go with number one. First overall pick. I'm gonna go with Creed Bratton from The Office.
Whoa, you're different.
Yeah.
Hey, so I have a theory on Creed. I'll let you have the floor. Obviously, it's your pick, but I have the theory that he's on a different type of drug each episode.
Dude, there's so many episodes.
Well, it rotates.
Oh, like he reuses drugs, but he's always on something.
Like but in each episode he's acting as a specific drug.
I like that. No, I feel like pretty accurate. He's always doing something. But he's also the guy where the last guy who killed Creed Bratton. I mean, he's the international man mystery. Plays the banjo. The legend. There's not much more you're gonna say about him. Sprouts mung seeds in his drawer. Smells like old people. Have tons of stories. That's the other one. Legendary storyteller. But yeah, that's gonna be my number one pick. Creed. Something a little different. All right, what do you got for us?
Yeah, the next guy that's invited to have a beer with me and with Barney from How I Met Your Mother is going to be Peter Griffin.
Oh.
Not going to outthink the room on this one. He has beers with the boys, Cleveland and the boys every episode. You know what I mean? Who's the other guy in that one in the wheelchair?
I forget his name, but Quagmire. I know Quagmire.
Hey, Peter.
Hey, Peter.
Yeah. So if he wants to bring the boys through, maybe the boys will slide through after the first beer. Who knows what's going to happen? But Peter Griff, he's gonna have a good time.
Now, were you a Family Guy over like Simpsons or South Park?
Yes.
I can never get into the Simpsons. It just never was comedically it for me.
Yeah, I think I agree. More just iconic.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, like Simpsons hit and run video game, one of the best of all time. It's
100%. Used to play that all the time. That was GTA before GTA.
exactly we would play that on road trips.
I used to play that so much, actually.
It's a stupid game, but it's literally GTA.
Let's see if I can find that for the PlayStation. Honestly,
that's what we had. PS2. It's so fucking good. But I like that. I mean, Peter Griffin, like you said, you never know where big old Peter's gonna end up. Oof.
Yes, Jim.
Having some trouble. These are tough. Now I could have chosen anybody from The Office. Honestly, a Michael Scott. I'm not going to choose him in my list, but like a Michael Scott would be a dinner for schmucks vibe. That's incredible. But number 2, I'm going to go with Danny Tanner from Full House. That's Bob Saget, Full House.
Okay. Yeah, he seemed stressed, man.
That's what I mean. He could use a beer, especially big Niners fan. Just came off a hot loss. Danny needs a beer. Fuck the kids. They're the worst. Come have a beer with me. And
if I had a beer with him, I'd be like, dude, I used to watch your show every day after school, dude.
It's now I was thinking about this. Are these people their characters? Are we inviting the characters or who plays?
No, the characters, but it's good chatter to talk about the actors as well.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. We just talk about the Super Bowl because old Bobby is R.I.P. But he he's
gonna bring the Coke. I'm gonna be honest. I'm just gonna put it out there.
He's what?
Not my bag. I said he's gonna bring the Coke to the beer party. You know what I mean? Hey, this is a kickback, Bob.
That's how everyone thought he died. That's so crazy. People thought it was an OD, and he ended up, I guess, he fucking smacked his head on the headboard and had just internal brain bleeding and didn't know it, went to sleep, and just never woke up. Crazy. But would have brought the blow for sure. Yeah. Nah, that's right up his alley. All right, round 3.
We're on to me right here.
Yes,
I'm looking at my list here. And I'm going to go with someone who wants to be a little more fucking, I don't know, man. This guy wants to be a little more rough around the edges. He's East Coaster. It's going to be Mac from Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Wow.
A little bit of this.
Which one? Okay, I'm not an Always Sunny guy.
He ended up being the fat one.
Is he the crazy one? The one that's Charlie.
He's not like
that's
the crazy
Charlie.
one. That's Charlie.
And then he's not
and
the
he's not
one
like
that's
the main one who has a sister.
Okay.
He's the other guy.
Yes. That's what's his name? I forget. I forget his name. But yes, Rob
or whatever. He's in for Brexham with Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, it's Rob McHenry or something. It's Mecco or something.
He's always my favorite character in that show. Subtly funny. Not too crazy like the rest of the characters.
But kind of an idiot, am I right?
Such an idiot.
Yeah.
Such an idiot.
Yeah, I'm thinking of the right guy.
Ignorance is bliss. Sometimes the idiots are the most fun to have beer with, for sure.
For sure. And he's a Philly guy. Philly guys never roll one deep. You get him going for one,
for real.
And then it's just off to the races. That's one place I feel like I should move to. You know what I mean? Scumbag culture is just bred and born there. Yeah.
Big hearts out there, though. Big hearts.
Oh, it's the best. I went to the Valley Christian Westmont game last night. CCS. It was brutal. Just a classic West Catholic versus public school oversized matchups. It was. Sucks to see.
Where do they get these kids from? It's high school basketball. I don't get it.
Dude, they had this one kid they said I think he was a freshman or a sophomore, rocking number 34, and he was 6'7" and just skinny as real. Didn't play much. He played after it was like garbage minutes, and they kept trying to throw the ball up to him to dunk, and like you could see his eyes like every time would like light up, and then like it would just be like too far. So it was so funny though.
Yeah.
But I showed my cousin the Willow Glen Bully video, my younger cousin who was there. He like plays basketball at Live Oak and plays baseball there. I was like, oh yeah, like I had a little mixtape going, and I showed him. He's like, wow. He's like, that's so ridiculous. I was like, yes, sir. But that's, I mean, like I said, Philly. They're just born and bred that way. I like that. That's a good pick. All right, now, oof, this is tough. I'm I'm gonna go with Sean Hunter from Boy Meets World. That's Corey Matthews' friend.
I have a Boy Meets World character on my list as well, but it's not this guy.
Wow, did you take Feeney?
Mm.
Mr. Feeney. Yeah, I mean Sean Hunter, always the cool one. Almost got recruited into a cult. I mean, if you want to talk about bringing the blow, that guy in 8th grade might have been bringing the blow.
This is a real Gen X take from you here, by the way. Boy Meets World, kind of a pull.
A great pull.
Yeah, kind of a great pull, yeah.
Yeah, nah, Boy Meets World was, because again, older sister, you don't have much control over the TV. It's kind of like we're taking all those Family Matters, Step by Step, just a bunch of classics.
What was the girl's name? Topanga?
Topanga.
Yeah. How could we forget?
How could you forget? Crazy. There's this guy that works at Barstool whose dad like invented or like wrote Boy Meets World, and like he like doesn't talk about it at all. Like kid, I'm like, dude, that's all I would talk about is how my dad wrote Boy Meets World. Fucking greatest show ever. But yeah, I
met the guy, played football with the guy whose dad wrote "Help Keep San Jose Litter Free,"
right? And you talk about that far too much for just
that,
me.
and that's not even my dad. I knew the guy whose dad it was, but yeah,
so good, dude. I always think about you ever like try to think about like last time you met a famous person or something like that, and then like you just keep remembering newer and newer times. We were talking about the Kobe time. I remember me and Andy, Matt played baseball with Biff Tannen's son at St. Mary's, and Biff ran his jokes on me and Andy before, literally 5 minutes before he knew we were going to be in the audience and heard him again. I was like, that is crazy, bro. Yeah. That is I guess a comic move, but goddamn. Yeah. Biff Tannen, legend. All right, round 4.
All right, back to me here. You kind of took the direction I was going with Boy Meets World there. I'm going to save my Boy Meets World take. See if it even makes the list. Give me Phil Dunphy from Modern Family.
Wow.
I mean, I know he's a little soft, but
vibes guy, though. Vibes guy.
Major glue guy, major vibes guy, major default personality, default setting is positive, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Default good mood, you know?
He's going to do something.
Default good mood guys.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. And he's going to...
I consider myself to be one of those guys.
Yeah. Oh, I would say that. I would say so.
Default good mood.
But, and you know he's going to fuck something up and, like, correct it in the worst way possible. He's like a reverse Larry David. But, yeah, I mean, Phil Dunphy, it is Modern Family, right?
Someone's got to sit bitch at this boys beer meetup here. You know what I mean?
He'll
sit there.
And he'll spread his legs out in the bitch seat, just bumping everyone, annoying the shit out of people. But they love him. Legend. Phil Dunphy. And Modern Family, underrated. I don't know. I haven't seen it in years and years, but always
I would never
funny.
turn it on, but if it was on the TV, stopping and watching it, perfectly satisfied with that show.
Yeah, that's another hotel classic. Always on some channel in a hotel, and you just let it ride. There's going to be 30 episodes in a row. Sure. Sounds good. I like that, though. Phil Dunphy. Lock him in. All right, round 4. Now I'm not scraping here, but I'm getting antsy. I don't know who I want to pick. Let's go with Rick Sanchez from Rick and Morty.
Rick and Morty. Rick.
Classic. And he's, another one. Never know where you end up. You know, we got a portal gun. We might be going to have interdimensional beers, Josh. Yeah, at this point, who fucking knows?
Good pick.
Yeah, I mean, the sickest. Have you watched any of the new seasons? Are you caught up?
No, not at all. Not even a little bit. I've seen like 2 or 3 episodes ever.
Oh, wow. Dude, that is that's a show where you go all day without hitting the Penske, and you get home and you just throw it on, take a blinker, and fucking zone out. And there's nothing better.
That is a top tier, like, get high and watch this show, because you'll be like, wait, what? Like, it goes in every different direction.
It's
you know?
crazy, multi-dimensional. Yeah, I mean, great show. I haven't seen any of the new seasons. They're sitting there on HBO waiting for me, and haven't touched it. But yeah, Rick Sanchez, Rick and Morty. All right, round 5, final picks.
If anyone's seen Entourage, they know the character Ari Gold is always working, but today he's going to be having beers with the boys. He's uptight. I'm going to tell him to loosen up that tie, unbutton that top button, and let's get loose, Ari.
Now, I'm not an Entourage guy by any capacity. Which one is he?
He is the agent, not to be mistaken with the manager. So he's almost feels like a lawyer. Maybe he fucking is. I don't know. He's the agent.
Yeah. He's I feel like the main. Is he the main guy?
No, he's not like the main character like Vince, but he's one of the main core guys,
Yeah.
A staple of the show for sure.
Now, the only reason I know Entourage at all is the golfing clip where it was off the rack where he's swinging and he breaks the golf club. Did you see Tom Brady topped one? He was playing in a pro-am and topped a golf ball, and then he put that quote out there, like word for word. He's like, got it.
What was the quote?
It was whatever was from Entourage. Like, it was off the rack. Like, I was never going to be able to hit it or something like that. It was fucking classic. But, yeah, Entourage, I feel like that's one where if you watched it, you're like top 1 or 2 series of all time. But
yeah, easy to watch. You know what I mean? It didn't quite take the depth of some other shows like Breaking Bad or like The Wire, Sopranos. But
wow, just finished The Sopranos. Wow. Yeah, have you seen it?
Twice, 3 times.
Dude, okay, we got to pause and talk about that ending real quick. What the fuck?
You hate it? What do you think happened?
Well, I was talking about it with
What do you
Matt.
think about the...
Well, so the ending is, what's the song they're playing? It's, God damn it. I feel like it's Queen. It's Queen.
Is it the one Junior's saying?
No. Hold on, this is important. Song.
You know what scene I'm talking about where someone Junior, Tony Jr. gets killed?
Oh, no. It's Don't Stop Believing. That's what it is. They play Don't Stop Believing. You see, like, the one agent sitting at the bar, one's at the table, or mob member. We don't really know who they are. And then one walks into the bathroom. Then you see the bathroom door open. Meadow walks in, and then it just cuts to black. Don't Stop Believing stops playing, and nothing. There's just no closure, no nothing, just done.
Yeah. And what do you think that meant?
Well, I looked it up because I was like, what the fuck? And the director said it means whatever you want it to mean. So, in my head, Tony gets shot one time, boom, by the guy coming out of the bathroom. AJ finally grows a pair, gets Tony's gun off him, and as they come over to finish the job, bah, 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 AJ kills both of them. Tony makes a full recovery. AJ makes it into the family, becomes made, ends up taking over the family, and that's how I see it ending. All lived happily ever after.
That's big time assumption. I just took it as this is the life he has to live now, assuming that every random person coming out of the bathroom is there to kill him.
I like that, which is probably exactly what it was, right? Because we had never seen the people before. It wasn't like it was someone from the New York family. Right. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, honestly, it was really good. I could see why people would be going fucking crazy back in the early thousands.
Yeah,
with that
what
happening.
The fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially without like instant answers on the internet or like at least theories out there. Just seeing it and be like, I wasted 7 years of my life for that. But,
yeah, literally.
Now, really good. All right, back to the draft. Final pick. All right, so there's a few on here. I put Larry David on from Curb. He would be funny just because that would
Ron
be...
Swanson.
Ron Swanson, Screech, Lewis Stevens,
70s Show.
AC Slater,
Homer Simpson, Bart Simpson,
TJ Detweiler from Recess would be a sick one.
Daryl from The Office,
But I think
Tracy Morgan, 30 Rock.
Which one's that?
Tracy Morgan.
Oh, Tracy Morgan. I thought you said Crazy Morgan. Yeah, dude. Tracy Morgan in 30 Rock is such an underrated character. Like his doctor, it might have been the only time I've ever had a real spit take. I was house sitting and I took a sip of water, and he's talking about his doctor, whose name is pronounced Spachemin, but he calls him Dr. Spaceman because of how it's spelled. And I was like, I don't know why it was so funny, but I literally just spit everywhere. The GOAT, Tracy Morgan. But you know who I'm gonna go with? I'm gonna go with Dewey from Malcolm in the Middle. Younger brother, a fucking weird son of a bitch.
So when we decided we were going to do this topic, I looked up the greatest sitcom characters on Reddit, and that was the conclusion that the Redditors came to.
Really?
Dewey is the greatest sitcom character.
Wow, I see. I just saw myself always as a Dewey, just because he's the youngest kid. They end up having another kid, and he's just kind of lost in translation. He always gets forgot about. He does his own thing, like...
Yeah.
One of the greatest episodes. Did you ever watch Malcolm in the Middle?
Not really, but I just know that one character.
But like he gets left, his whole family goes to like the water park, and he gets left like this old ass house sitter. And
wait, does Dewey end up being the kid from Ozark? That can't be right.
I've never seen Ozark.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know. But anyway, long story short, this Dewey ends up hanging out with this like 90-year-old lady and is like dancing with her all day, having fun. She has a heart attack, and you would think he just like freaks out and has a meltdown, but nope, he sees a balloon floating by and just chases a balloon into a different state. It's just like the GOAT, Dewey. Yeah, no one better. But that's it. That's the draft. Let me read these back real quick. Josh, you went Barney from How I Met Your Mother, Peter Griffin, Mac from Always Sunny, Phil Dunphy from God, I always forget that show, Modern Family, and Ari Gold from
Entourage.
I always want to call it Entrepreneurs. Not that. Then I went with Creed Bratton from The Office, Danny Tanner from Full House, Sean Hunter from Boy Meets World, Rick Sanchez from Rick and Morty, and Dewey from Malcolm in the Middle. Yeah, that's the draft. That's a pretty solid list.
Pretty electric draft tonight.
What? Yeah, that's what I mean. Like sitcoms, you can never go wrong. There's so many iconic ones through the years. Like I said, I left off.
You have to look up what a sitcom meant.
When you said like animated characters included, I just wanted to make sure it wasn't what I confirm what I thought, and they just said any running TV show that is a comedy with the same running cast show after show is just very loosely what it said. So I feel like we hit that pretty on the nose.
Yep.
Toby would have been another one I would have added in there for The Office. Toby.
Hell no. What the fuck?
Dude, I'm a big Toby fan.
Toby. Rest in peace, Toby Keith, too.
Wow.
Shout out.
Dude, I heard, I won't say it on here. Nah, it's not a way to end the show.
Thank you for listening, folks.
And until next time, peace out.
We out.